Good evening, guys. My name's Hayley, aka Mama C. Welcome back to the channel. Good evening. It's been a very long day today. And yeah, if you're new here and you don't already know, my weight loss journey is the reason that I've started this channel. Basically, I lost just over 3 stone about 9 years ago now, and I'm doing it for the second time after another 2 pregnancies. I've got 4 children altogether, put loads and loads of weight back on, and I'm just logging it on YouTube and sharing the journey for everybody to see, basically. So I do lots of videos like what I eat in a day, and I put videos up on a weekly basis as well with a weight loss update and just sort of images of what my body looks like each week. It's going to be a really nice thing for me to look back on, but I thought as well it may help other people out there too. Without further ado, today's video is just going to be super chilled. I'm at home on the sofa. And the reason it's going to be chilled is because I actually was supposed to upload my weekly update yesterday, but it didn't go up till today. And I was supposed to do a what I eat in a day video today and upload that this evening. However, my kids had other plans. My 3-month-old had his second night of injections yesterday, which he suffers with his injections. It's the only baby I've had that does suffer, but he suffers with them and it does upset him a little bit. And then my toddler last night, just before bedtime, decided to play with the washing basket and it tipped over and he banged the back of his head. So it was just here at the back and we ended up in hospital having that glued back together. So that is why the videos are a bit late. So I've got 10 tips for how to start losing weight. And I just want to also say, like, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I don't have like qualifications in exercise, I'm not a personal trainer or anything like that. It's all based on my previous experience and the kinds of things I've been doing this time round as well. So it's literally just things that I've done that may help other people. There's no kind of scientific background to it or anything like that. So just obviously be aware of that. And if you do like the video or if there's anything that you find helpful in it, then make sure you click the like button, comment down below, hit the bell button when you subscribe as well. Super amazing. Thank you. Okay, so tip number 1. So the first thing that I did, and bear with me on this, okay, bear with me. One of the first things that I did was create a playlist. Okay, and I know you're probably thinking, what? Like, what's that got to do with weight loss? Like, what are you on about, Hayley? Have you lost your mind? Well, let me tell you, okay, in my personal experience, I've created like a YouTube playlist, a music playlist. It could be even, might not be music, it might be like a motivational speaking video or something like that. But for me, it's music. And I have created a playlist, and basically I just put loads of songs on there that make me feel really good, make me want to kind of dance around, or perhaps remind me of certain memories which are positive. And so I've put all of that onto a playlist. In the morning when you get up, just pop that on whilst you're going around getting ready, making breakfast, having a drink and doing your makeup maybe, or running around after your kids, or even like, you know, in the car on the school run, something like that. Just pop it on at the start of the day. And the reason I say that is because it just puts you into a good mood automatically. It makes you want to dance around. It reminds you of all of the times where you've, you know, had a good time, or you felt confident, or you felt good about yourself. And yeah, that's something that I've done, and it really helps in the morning. So make a playlist, listen to some really positive stuff, some nice tunes that get you in a good mood and just help you to feel like you can take on the world. And I think that's going to be really helpful for you. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is go through your cupboards. Okay, so I'm doing Slimming World, as you may well know, and when you do Slimming World, it's basically you have like different lists of food basically, and you have like super free food and sins, and there's like a variety of different things that you can eat. But one of the first things I did was come home, have a look through my cupboards and see what kind of fitted into that plan and what didn't. So regardless of whether you're doing Slimming World, or regardless of if you're doing like calorie counting or keto or all these, you know, different things that are out there, whichever plan you follow in, go through your cupboards, see what fits in with your, you know, your choice of, I hate to use the word diet plan, I don't like that word. See what fits in with your new lifestyle, with your lifestyle change, I suppose is the way to put it, isn't it? And I went through my cupboards the other day actually, and I reorganised everything. I made everything easy to get to. And it's not just a case of like the food that's in your cupboards either. Don't even just stop there. Like reorganise your dishes and your, potato masher or like that you haven't had out in God knows how long. Just get everything that you might need to use and put it somewhere that it's easy to get to. So like my soup maker, for example, that was in the back of my cupboard when I restarted Slimming World, and I know that that's like an essential piece of kit for me when I'm trying to lose weight. So what I did was I reorganised the whole cupboard. You don't need to do the whole cupboard. I just which start can't start when it comes to organisation and cleaning. But I went through the cupboard, reorganised everything, and I just made sure everything was easy to get through. I've been through all of the food that we've got in the cupboards. I've labelled things up with, calories or sins for Slimming World, and anything that was kind of in the cupboards that was out of date as well, because we've all got like tins of food or like herbs and spices that have been in the cupboard a bit too long, or they've been shoved to the back and been forgotten about. So I've gotten rid of like all of the stuff that's out of date and no good, and then just other bits and bobs. Like you don't necessarily need to throw stuff away. Like don't throw food away. I hate the thought of people doing that. Like work it into your plan if you can. And if you can't do that, or you don't want to do that because it's there and it's too tempting, then share it out with family and friends or take it to the food bank. Like there's loads and loads of people out there that would benefit from it. So if you have got stuff in your cupboards that perhaps isn't going to fit into your new lifestyle, take it to the food bank because somebody will be grateful for it. Please don't just throw it away. Don't throw it away because it's such a shame. But yeah, tip number 2, go through all of your cupboards, make sure everything's easy to get to, and just make sure you've got everything that fits in with your new plan. So number three, well, I don't know what's going on with my hair. I haven't, like, it's been tied up all day. I need to brush it. But I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm going for this look. Don't know if you figured it out. Popular with mums of young children. It's called the exhaustion look. Can you see it? Can you see it now? Yeah? Got it? That's what I'm going for. Um, okay, tip number 3, invest time in yourself. Okay, sit down, take 10 minutes, take half an hour, take an hour. Yeah, tell everyone to go away and leave you alone. Like, turn your phone off, right? And sit down, pen and paper, coffee, obviously, and create a wish list. Just create a wish list. What do you want from losing weight? Like, what is it that you're looking for? Do you want to be able to, move around easier? Do you want to feel a bit more awake? And, do you want to have a particular outfit for a particular occasion? Just like create a wish list. What do you want from losing weight? And really think about it. And then, you might not want to share the wish list. So like I was going to say, like, put it on the fridge, and if you live alone, or you live with a partner or whatever, you don't mind putting it on the fridge. Perhaps if you live in like a shared accommodation or something like that, or you live with friends, maybe that's personal information or personal like thoughts that you don't necessarily want to share. But just keep it somewhere safe, so that when you're having one of those days where you just feel like you could blow it all, or you're having a bit of down, that down feeling, and you just feel like you might sabotage yourself, just go back to your wish list, have a look at it, okay, and it will just remind you that what you're doing is worth it. So for me, like the last couple of days with everything that's going on with my kids and stuff, and it's been tiring couple of days, and obviously a worrying few days. Like you worry about kids when you're a parent. um I'll confess, like, I ate a whole box of matchmakers yesterday to himself. But do you know what? Today I reminded myself that actually, no, there's reasons that you're doing this, and think about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like what was on my wish list, and it just pulled me back into like, okay, like you've done that now, and this is what you're aiming for, this is what you want, so just start again. So create a wish list, invest a bit of time in yourself, and that is your tip number 3. Tip number 4, which kind of leads on from investing time in yourself and taking a bit of space and time away, is plan. Don't leave everything to chance. Plan. What was it my brother said to me? My brother always comes out with like, I don't know, comes out with some rubbish. Most of the time it's rubbish. Sorry, Sean, but it is. He said a failure to plan is a plan to fail. No, that wasn't what he said. I can't remember what it is. Basically, if you don't plan, you'll probably fail. You're planning to fail, basically. He came out, so I'll find out I'll text him, find out what it was. Tell you next time. Okay, so I sat down yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? The day before, I think it was. And I sat down and I did a meal plan. So I wrote down what we were going to have every day for dinner. I've written down what to have for lunch, and I've written down what to have for breakfast. And I've written down some of the treats that I could perhaps have if I was feeling like I needed a treat, and you know, what I should be drinking as well, because I'm terrible for not drinking enough. I drink loads and loads of coffee, I don't drink enough clear fluids or even just squash. So you know, I'm terrible for that. So I'll write it down now. And planning is just a great help, because when you plan, you can write your shopping list along with it, and then you can go and get everything that you need, so you know you've got it all there. Or say, for example, if like you want to buy something fresh on the day, you know, you like what day you need to find time to go and buy it, and like, you know, it just gives you a little bit more of structure. And particularly if you're working, or if you are busy running around looking after kids and stuff like that, it just takes a bit of the time and effort out of it every day, because you haven't got to think every day, oh, what should I cook for dinner tonight, or like, oh, I don't know what to do, well, let's just like order food in or whatever, because you've planned it and you know that you've got the ingredients for it. So planning is like a super thing to do. And I don't stick to it strictly, so I don't say like, right, okay, we've got to have Hunter's chicken on Monday because that's what I've written on the plan. It might be that I've written it down, but actually we don't fancy that, and we fancy like homemade pizza or something instead. So we chop and change it anyway. But sitting down and planning it, making sure you've got your ingredients, is just a super way, and a really easy way actually, to ensure that you hit your goals and your targets with your weight loss. And also, you know, it takes time and effort out of every single day, because you've spent 10 minutes at the end or at the start of the week just doing it all already. So tip number 4, plan. Tip number 5, then, I would say something that I've done every time I've tried to lose weight, is have something to look forward to. So you may have seen in the video that I uploaded on my weekly update, week number 10, I said on that video that I really am looking forward to the summer this year, because we're going to visit family. Every year when I've been to visit family abroad, I've been overweight or heavily pregnant, and it's not the look I was going for, hun. So this time round, I'm looking forward to the summer, and I want to be able to put a bikini on the beach, and that's my target. So that's what I'm aiming for. I want to feel lovely in a bikini. And I think when it does come to the summer, I'm still going to have a bit of a way to go, because this time round I'm going to try something new. I've never actually done like exercise when I've lost weight before to tone up, and so that's something that I'm going to do. But what I would say for you is have like set a target. So maybe if you have like, if you buy a new dress, but buy it in the size that you want to be wearing at the end of the journey, or even like as an interim target. So I'm going from a size 18, 18 to 20, and I want to get down to a size 10, because I know that I can do that. I've done it before. So what you could do if you were doing something similar is you could buy like a dress in a size 14, so you're kind of in the middle. So you've got a bit of an interim target, you've got something to reward yourself with when you get to that point, so you can really look forward to it. And if you just like, what I used to do is I'd have like I'd even like get it from the charity shop or whatever, so it's pretty inexpensive, and I'd just like hang it up in the bedroom, so that every morning when you wake up you see it, and then you think like, and you whack on your playlist, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna get into that dress, can't wait for it. Do you know what I mean? So I haven't bought a Target outfit this time round, because I've got loads and loads of clothes at the loft which are like size 10s, size 12s, and so many of those outfits that I just absolutely love and can't wait to get into them. So I'm using that as my target. But you know, it could even be just like a date night with your other half, or maybe it's an event. You know, maybe you've booked a holiday. Maybe, you know, like I said on my last video on my weekly update, my mum's doing a skydive, so that's her event that she wants to lose weight for. And so yeah, just set yourself a target. Make sure it's something positive that you are looking forward to, and just aim towards that. They're the first 5 tips, and I'm going to pop the next 5 tips onto a separate video for you. So this will be part 1, and then there'll be a part 2. I don't want to make the videos too long, because I'm just conscious that you know, you might want to watch them in little snippets when you're having a quick coffee break or whatever. So look out for part 2, and don't forget to comment below. Let me know what it is that you do when you're trying to lose weight, or if any of these have been helpful for you, or you want me to elaborate on anything at all. And like the video and click the subscribe button and click the bell button so you get a notification for part 2, guys. See you in the next video.